Well, hello there everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom Alpha. My name is Swoop there and I am just outside of the resort that I created in the last episode. Just in front of the resort is the Velociraptor habitat and then over here is the Brachiosaurus habitat. Now, I've been having some thoughts since I last published the resort episode and a few things have kind of come to my mind. The first thing is, if you're staying at a resort, you probably need to be able to drive into it and park your car. So I'm thinking in the next few episodes I will pop in a road that comes through here and then a little car park, maybe just on this side of the Velociraptor habitat, so it looks a little bit more realistic. I'm also thinking if that's the case, then this is probably not a very good spot for, hello, there's a T-Rex trying to escape. This is probably not a very good spot for another habitat. So I am going to leave that bare. I might put a garden in there in the near future. And I am thinking that this Velociraptor habitat, I've sort of had a bit of an epiphany over the last couple of days that this, and I've read a little bit more into velociraptors if I'm honest, this habitat is major overkill for a velociraptor. Like, they are actually really small. That they apparently were the size of turkeys, which I did not know prior to building this. So I'm thinking I probably need to change this to a dinosaur that is not extremely small. Like, they probably wouldn't be any bigger than, I don't know, part of this rock here. Like, they'd be really small in here. So maybe I'll change it, maybe I won't. But I do realise that this is overkill, guys. So there you go. I've learnt a little bit about dinosaurs over the last few days. I'm going to build a habitat in here today for the Coelophysis. It's another dinosaur that is confirmed to be in Prehistoric Kingdom eventually. Whether or not it's in the early access, we still don't know. But it is very small, similar size to the Velociraptor, maybe a little bit longer than them. So I'm thinking I might put in a round habitat in here with kind of the viewing going around the outside, and then I'm thinking this might be a nice spot for a restaurant over this side. So I'll see how much I get done, but I'm thinking a nice round habitat with the Coelophysis going in the middle, and then perhaps a bit of a dome over the top, and some standoff barriers because they are carnivores. So I'm going to jump into a speed build. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye. Well, hello everyone, welcome back from the speed build, and here is my little Coelophysis habitat. I have put it underneath sort of a big shady roof. I feel like it would be a lot more rainforesty that way. It is a small-ish habitat for a smallish dinosaur. I was thinking something similar to this might actually be perfect for the Velociraptor, so I might do something similar to this build for the Velociraptor. You can see I've popped in this nice garden bed here. It's supposed to be looking freshly planted and well looked after, so that's why there are a lot of dirt patches and so on and not a lot of overgrown parts. Then most of this area has been kind of just reforested. I probably will turn this into a bit of a garden as well eventually, or maybe even like a bit of an information walkthrough where people can walk through and get information about the dinosaurs in this area of the park. And then here is the round habitat, so you can come up here. I'm going to put a standoff barrier in front of these mesh wire things, I think, because really if people put their little fingers in there, particularly children, the dinosaurs that are in there might potentially bite them off. So we don't want that to happen to our guests, so I will do that in the near future. I'm also popped in a little nesting box in this habitat with a viewing window, so it has a little door on there just here, so if the keepers kind of want to trap them in there while they clean the habitat, they can, but you can also still see in as a guest into the nesting box. So I'm going to put a little Be Quiet sign here as well. I think that would look quite nice. And then I've got another little picnic area here next to the river and next to the garden, with some umbrellas that are the exact same design as the roof of the habitat for the Coelophysis. And then you can also just sit and look into the habitat here as well. So, and you'd be able to hear the dinosaurs in there because this is just wire. Then I've also put in a little throughway for the keepers, but it has a airlock, I suppose you'd call it. So they come through the door here and then they're stuck in the airlock. Oh, I need to add a door on this side, and then they come through again, so that that's to prevent the dinosaurs from kind of getting out. And it's got a mesh on top. Really, it probably should have mesh on the front or on the side as well, so the keepers can see what's going on, but it doesn't. So now here we are inside the habitat. It's very lush and forested in here, so that the little dinosaurs can kind of run around and hide and all of that jazz. I've popped in a couple of smaller trees and a little pond over this side, which I quite like. I'm quite happy with this little pond here. I think this is probably the best viewpoint from outside, probably through this mesh here, so you can see through, and this part's quite sparse, so you could see the dinosaurs if they're right here or sort of up in the back on the hill there. And then yeah, so that's what I got done today, guys. I zoom out here, there's a few paths that connect to the Coelophysis habitat as well. So if I zoom right out, you can see the size of it here. So there it is there, and then we've got the garden on this side and the little area to eat over here. Then I've got a pathway going in here, pathway going in here, and pathway there. So there's plenty of ins and outs for people, so no one's kind of going to get trapped in this area. I think I'll also put a pathway off this way, connecting up to the Velociraptor habitat over here as well, so people kind of don't have to go round. Not that that's a very long walk anyway. But there we go. So that's what I got done today. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe if you're enjoying my content and you'd like to see more. Otherwise, I will hopefully see you in the next one. All right, take care, guys. Bye.